Greetings, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well today. Well, I just had something on my mind. I just wanted to share with everyone. Just wanted to cover right quick. If you've ever watched Netflix, they have this one show that particularly caught my interest, Messiah. Now, I started out to watch it, but then again, I say, okay, let me just kind of see what's going on, see where they're trying to go with this. And realistic opinion. And from my understanding, when you see it, it's the controversial question, Messiah. Okay, who, based on what your perception of the Messiah is this guy the Messiah? Okay, so that's the big question going around. Is this guy for real? Who is he? What's going on? Who does he say he is? Who do we think he is? Who is he trying to portray? So I'm not going to do so much as a review of it. If you wish to watch that for yourself, you can. But I'm going to come from the standpoint of looking at the characteristics of the Messiah, or more commonly referred to in the King, the Messiah and the Christ are the same person. So in the King James Version, they gives Jesus himself give some ways to identify. So starting with one place you can look in Matthew, starting in chapter 24, and it says, quote, "And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you." And going on to Matthew chapter 24 verse 11, "And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." But okay, and this next part is where the priest answered and said unto him, "I adjure thee by the living God that thou tell us whether thou be the Christ, the Son of God." Jesus said unto him, "Thou hast said. Nevertheless, I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven." Okay, and also the same thing, if you go to the book of Mark, is repeated. And if this is Christ talking to people, if you want to know if people saying that he's coming and it's him. So he's repeating the same thing in Mark. "And then if any man shall say to you, Lo, here is Christ, or Lo, he is there, believe him not. For false Christs and false prophets shall rise, and shall show signs and wonders, to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. But take ye heed, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory." Now, I could, for the sake of brevity, I could go on to do the other books and give other examples and go into prophecy and such. But I won't do that. But I will say I've read from in the New Testament of the Bible, King James. I've read from the book of Matthew chapter 24 and the book of Mark chapter 13. And like I said, there are other places you can look also. But also from the series, it appears that they had a mixture of the Messiah is found in the Quran, it appears to me. So it seems like they're trying to blend Christianity and what's found in the Quran perspective, and saying that the correct interpretation of Christ is found in the King James Bible as for his second coming. It won't be a mystery, it won't be a question. He's coming in the clouds, and everyone's going to see it. So the most important thing, the series, some people ask, okay, is this Christ or is this the Antichrist? Well, the best way to be prepared to answer that question, well, look at how Christ says he's coming back, and what's going to be the signs, and what's going to be the conditions, and how he is. So the Messiah, as found in the Netflix series, does not match up to what's found in the Bible. To save you some time to watch it if you wish to find out, or for those who, and this is really for people who are not familiar with the Bible, or just to kind of encourage you to look at it and read it for yourself and see, and not just take my word, but to know for yourself, so you can see who is he. So you can look into all the different prophecies and so forth, so you will know, so you won't have to be confused if someone shows up saying, I'm Jesus, I'm the Christ, I'm the Messiah, Almighty, or whatever name he's going to use. You won't have to question or be confused or deceived. If you look, you can know for yourself. All right, well, thank you for your time, and I hope some of this helps you out. Have a blessed day.